The doorbell rang at 9:47 p.m. I wasn't expecting anyone. Sarah stood on my porch, trembling. My wife's best friend, the woman who'd been at our wedding, who babysat our daughter. Her mascara was bleeding down her cheeks. "I need to talk to you," she whispered, "before she gets home." I pulled out my phone, texted my wife, "Your friend is at my door. Isn't she with you right now?" The reply came in seconds. "Don't let her in. Please, David, I'm begging you. Don't listen to anything she says." I looked at Sarah, at the terror in her eyes, at the folder clutched against her chest like a shield. I stepped aside. "Come in." Sarah sat on the edge of my couch, shaking. "I can't do this anymore," she said. "I've been carrying this for 3 years and I can't—" "Carrying what?" She wouldn't look at me, just stared at her hands. "Your daughter, Emma." My blood went cold. "What about Emma?" "She's not yours." The room tilted. I heard myself laugh, a broken, hollow sound. "That's insane. You're insane." "I wish I was." Her voice cracked. "I helped her, David. I helped her hide it. I lied for her. I watched you raise that little girl thinking she was yours, and I lied." My hands were numb. "Why are you telling me this?" "Because she's pregnant again." Sarah's eyes finally met mine. "And she told me last week it's his again. She's going to do it to you again." The folder landed on the coffee table between us. "I'm done being her accomplice." I didn't open the folder that night. I couldn't. Instead, I sat in the dark after Sarah left, listening to my wife's car pull into the driveway an hour later, watching her hurry inside, eyes wild, searching for evidence of what damage had been done. "What did she tell you?" she demanded. "Nothing that made sense," I said calmly. "She seemed drunk, unstable." Relief flooded her face. She kissed me, touched my face, played the loving wife. I played along. The next morning I took Emma to the park, watched her play, memorized her laugh, the way she ran to me, arms outstretched. "Daddy!" The word felt like a knife. That afternoon I opened the folder. Hotel receipts, screenshots of messages, photos I wished I'd never seen. A name, Marcus, her coworker, the man she'd told me was harmless. And a paternity test, already done. Sarah had taken strands of my hair from our bathroom months ago, collected Emma's from a hairbrush during a sleepover. 99.9% exclusion. I wasn't Emma's father. I sat there, holding the paper, and felt something inside me die. Not rage, not grief, something colder. Clarity. I scheduled my own test, different lab, had to be sure. 3 days later, the results came back identical. I printed them, placed them in a manila envelope. That night, my wife announced she was pregnant. She cried happy tears, held my hands, talked about baby names. I smiled, congratulated her, made love to her like nothing was wrong. 2 weeks later, I handed her the envelope over breakfast. "What's this?" She was smiling. "Open it." She did. I watched the color drain from her face, watched her hands start shaking. "David, is Emma mine?" Silence. "Answer the question. We can talk about this. Is Emma mine?" Her tears came then. "No." I nodded slowly. "And the baby you're carrying now?" She couldn't speak. "His again?" "I don't know," she whispered. The truth of it, she genuinely didn't know. I stood up, poured myself coffee. My hands were steady. "I filed for divorce yesterday. My lawyer will contact you this afternoon." She fell apart, begged, screamed, promised it was over with Marcus, that she loved me, that we could get through this. I let her talk. When she finally silent, I spoke. "You stole 3 years from me. Let me bond with a child who isn't mine. Let me plan a future with someone who doesn't exist, and you were going to do it again." "I was scared," she said. "You were greedy.
The word came out cold, final. You wanted his excitement and my stability, his passion and my paycheck. You wanted everything, and you thought I was too stupid to notice. That's not... Sarah told me you laughed about it, called me your safety net. The look on her face told me it was true. I felt nothing. You can keep the house through the divorce proceedings. I've already moved my things. Emma can stay with you. She deserves stability even if her mother doesn't deserve mercy. I'll pay child support until the courts decide otherwise, but I'm done being your fool. David, please. I walked toward the door. Don't contact me except through lawyers. 6 months later, I'm living in a downtown apartment, minimal furniture, clean lines, no photographs. The divorce finalized last week. DNA evidence made it swift. She lost everything. Marcus wanted nothing to do with her once she became his problem instead of his escape. I saw Emma once at the custody hearing. She called me Daddy. I knelt down, looked into eyes that weren't mine. I'll always care about you, sweetheart, but you're going to understand someday that sometimes people have to leave. She didn't understand then. Maybe she never will, but I made peace with it. Sarah texted me last week. You doing okay? Better than I've been in years, I replied. It was true. I wake up now without the weight of someone else's lies pressing down on my chest. I make decisions for myself. I trust my instincts again. The woman I married taught me something valuable in the end. Some people don't deserve your love, and walking away isn't cruelty. Sometimes it's the only honest thing left to do. I sleep well now. The nightmares are gone, and I never looked back.